against Serbia before the International Court of Justice, the court outlined a duty to prevent breaches. The court was then speaking of Srebrenica. And the court particularly said that there was an obligation on those states which had the capacity to influence effectively the situation. And it is clear that the United States has that capacity to influence in Iraq. Concepts of rule of law and responsibility to protect have now become major aspects of international relations. In other words, there is a responsibility, and I quote, that's what the responsibility to protect. It's an emerging rule of international law. There is a responsibility to use appropriate diplomatic, humanitarian, and other peaceful means to help protect populations from genocide, war crimes, ethnic cleansing, and crimes against humanity through the Security Council. And not only the United Nations as a whole, not only the Security Council, but UNHCR has a responsibility. There is a call that the UNHCR recognizes or grants collective refugee status. And I would like to point out that during the 2003 war, when many Iraqis fled from Iraq, UNHCR called on all states to grant collective recognition, in other words, to Iraqi refugees. In other words, not to go through individual recognition processes, on the basis that there was an urgency there and on the basis that there was a very large group there. One wonders why UNAMI's mandate cannot be expanded. It's already been expanded. It could be expanded to include further protection of Ashraf, but of course UNAMI needs protection itself. It had it from the US military forces. The Security Council could call on states to at least provide some form of protection for UNAMI. And clearly, the people of Ashraf fall within the mandate of the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. So I will conclude here. I simply want to say that although this may seem, a recitation of rules and obligations, it's very important, not necessarily because, all of the rules, the usual refrain is that these rules cannot be enforced, or that Iraq has sovereignty and therefore domestic jurisdiction, you can't intervene. Number one, this is no longer a matter of domestic jurisdiction. Iraq cannot claim the principle of non-intervention. Human rights and all these violations are no longer recognized as part of domestic jurisdiction. Also, it is important to underline that even where international law cannot be enforced, it is very important to keep rights alive. It is very important to reiterate these rights and to use them as one aspect, of course, of the diplomatic and political mechanisms that will put them into implementation. Thank you very much.
Nous avons le plaisir d'accueillir Monsieur Jean-François Legaret, qui est le maire du 1er arrondissement de Paris. Et donc, je lui donne vraiment immédiatement la parole.
Madame la Présidente Anne-Marie Lizin, Madame la Présidente Mariam Radjavi, Messieurs les parlementaires, Mesdames et Messieurs, je tenais à manifester par ma présence, même en quelques instants, ma profonde solidarité à l'égard du combat que vous menez, pour dire qu'il faut toujours, là où nous sommes, que nous soyons élus, que nous soyons responsables, que nous soyons simples citoyens, dénoncer ce drame de la cité d'Ashraf et interpeller nos concitoyens, interpeller les médias, attirer l'attention autant que faire se peut pour que cesse ce drame quotidien que vit toute une population qui est traitée d'une manière totalement inhumaine. Alors, je suis très fier d'avoir pu organiser dans la mairie du 1er arrondissement, qui n'est pas très éloigné de l'endroit où nous sommes, une des premières réunions et avoir contribué à cet élan des signatures des 5000 maires. Il y a aujourd'hui 5000 maires qui ont signé cet appel. Je crois que c'est un beau succès. Il faut aller encore plus loin. Mais vous le voyez, Madame la Présidente, tous ces appels ne sont pas restés, en tout cas, sans effet, et je trouve que la solidarité ne fait que s'étendre, elle ne fait que se renforcer, et je suis toujours profondément admiratif de la mobilisation que vous savez toujours susciter à chacune de ces rencontres. Et c'est pas seulement une mobilisation en nombre, c'est une mobilisation, je dirais, par la force de la conviction, de la responsabilité, de la conscience de tous ceux qui participent à ce combat. Je terminerai en disant qu'un des plus beaux mots de la langue française, c'est le mot résistance. Et ce mot coïncide pour nous, Français,